So I'm doing this video a little bit differently, but I want to talk about this because this is kind of huge news in the realm of Spider-Man. We've known for a little while that Spider-Man 3 was going to feature Doctor Strange and it's going to feature Jamie Foxx's Electro, but it's like in the past 48 hours, we're getting more and more rumors that people from big sources like Collider and IGN, Variety, and stuff like that, they're all reporting on these rumors. And the rumors include Alfred Molina coming back as Dr. Octopus from the Spider-Man Raimi films, Kirsten Dunst, MJ from those films, Andrew Garfield, and Emma Stone, and Tobey Maguire. I think it's safe to say that when we walked out of the theater at the end of Far From Home, none of us were expecting this. That's if this is true. But we do know that Doctor Strange is going to be in it, so there's got to be at least some truth to it, because WandaVision seems to be distorting reality. Doctor Strange 2 is called In the Multiverse of Madness, and then WandaVision's going to tie directly in with Multiverse of Madness. And then you tie that in with the end of Avengers Endgame, where it's explained by the Ancient One that when the stones are destroyed or taken out of their timeline, the flow of time splits.
The Infinity Stones create what you experience as the flow of time. Remove one of the stones, and that flow splits.
What happened in Endgame was Thanos destroyed the stones, and the Avengers, when they built their own Infinity Gauntlet, they had to restore the timeline, so they had to go and put the stones back. But their timeline is still screwed because they don't have Infinity Stones. So if they are going in the direction that many of us fans want them to go, and the direction that we think that they're going, this is going to be an insane Spider-Man movie. It's going to be essentially Into the Spider-Verse for live action, and I'm really looking forward to that. My main concern is that if they're bringing these characters back, like Doc Ock and Electro, that means that they're going to those particular points in history in those events. So we all know Doc Ock died and Electro died, so that means whatever happens is going to be them going back in time to those events. And I've heard some people, especially High Top Films, which I have my opinions on some of the videos he's done, but you know, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but he is talking about how he's going to be really upset if they undo Doc Ock's arc in Spider-Man 2, and yeah, I can kind of agree with that. The thing is, though, Spider-Man 2, we're always going to have Spider-Man 2. Just like we're always going to have the original Star Wars movies. So, but that's like my take on that. And plus, maybe this is happening because of the events of Endgame. Since the Infinity Stones were destroyed, timelines are just mashing together and they have to fix them. So maybe it'll be skewed for a little bit, but then maybe it'll go back to normal eventually. So, but my main worry about this thing, which isn't even that big of a worry because this is really Marvel Studios' movie, despite what people will say, oh, it's a Sony movie. It's like, yes, it's a co-production. And the reason the Spider-Man movies are as good as they are is because of Marvel's involvement. But that's my opinion. Anyway, my main worry is that Sony will find a way to destroy 3 universes at once. If they'll find a way to completely destroy the Spider-Man Raimi movies, or the already not so great Amazing Spider-Man movies, and then Tom Holland's movies. But, you know, I think we should have a little more faith in that. I think Marvel Studios knows what they're doing. I do think that some people might be upset with the twist at the end of Far From Home, Spider-Man being framed for murder. And a lot of us fans have speculated that Doctor Strange is going to be the one to make everybody forget Spider-Man's identity. He's the only one with the power to really do that. And it looks like that's probably what's going to happen. Here's the big thing, though, about the rumors of the last 48 hours, and if this is true, this is super good news. Apparently, Charlie Cox's Daredevil is going to be returning, and that is going to be so amazing to see. It'll be, if it is the same Netflix one, it'll be interesting to see whether or not Marvel decides to say he was always canon to the MCU, because that's kind of up in the air right now, even though as a fan it's always been connected to the MCU for me. If not, clearly they're dealing with the multiverse, so I'm cool with that. It's gonna, basically, if they do the multiverse, this validates every single Marvel property ever. No matter what your favorite Spider-Man is, it is equally as important because it's all connected. Even more connected. That used to be Marvel's slogan. It's interesting to see because we know Morbius has to take place in the MCU based on that end credit scene.
Michael Morbius. Got tired of doing the whole good guy thing, huh? What's up, Doc?
And we know that Venom, because they're wanting to combine Morbius and Venom, also has to take place in the MCU. So it's going to be real interesting to see what they do with this movie, especially with Morbius coming out next year and Venom 2. So we're technically having 3 Spider-Man properties in movies. That's going to be insane, even though 2 of them are regular Sony movies. I'm really looking forward to this movie. I mean, it's not like I wasn't looking forward to it before, but if all these rumors are true, then I think we're all in for a treat, especially if Charlie Cox's Daredevil returns. That'll be the big one for me. I love Tobey, I love Andrew, but man, if they bring Charlie Cox back, that's going to be interesting. Even if he's not the same Daredevil from the Netflix universe, he's a great actor to play Daredevil, and we've seen the same actor play the same character before. I mean, look at J. Jonah Jameson, right? So yeah, those are just my thoughts. I really hope this is real and true. I guess we'll find out. We should be getting allegedly, we'll be getting the Spider-Man 3 trailer before the end of this year, so not much longer now. So yeah, hope you guys like the video, and subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this, I guess.